DauT's taking on Viper and Warlords. His home map is Border Dispute, and his civ is the Persians. That means it's time for a douche. The tournament has a 9 villager start, so DauT can collect wood from a straggler and almost immediately have enough to rebuild his TC. It only takes 10 villagers for the TC to shoot the max number of arrows, so the 12 villagers DauT has 1 minute in are more than enough. That Persian TC has twice the HP of a normal TC, so there's no way that Viper can fight back. He's going to lose his TC, that much is inevitable, but he has a plan. He's the Khmer. He doesn't need Dark Age buildings to advance to the Feudal Age. With the 3 boars he took at the start, he can use the 9 villager start and click up around 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but he has only 16 villagers. This is an incredibly fast uptime, but honestly, I think this is a mistake. The Feudal Age takes 2 minutes and 10 seconds to research. That's 5.2 villagers worth of idle time, and he needs to repair the TC while going up. Remember that, unlike most buildings, TCs take twice their cost in wood to repair. That's 550 wood to go from 1 HP to full HP. Now with 2 repair villagers, the TC slowly loses HP. With 3 villagers, the TC slowly gains HP. But the challenge isn't repairing the TC so much as having enough wood to repair the TC. From some quick testing, it takes about 18 or so lumberjacks to maintain enough wood for 3 villagers. Of course, this will vary with lumber camp efficiency, but with only 16 villagers in total, Viper doesn't have nearly enough both to collect wood and repair. Once the TC gets below 480 HP, villagers no longer can garrison, so DauT can send everyone forward to batter down the TC. Viper desperately wants to force drop wood and repair, and he just manages to get to Feudal Age. That was so close. But was it the right play from DauT? Should he have ungarrisoned the villagers? Let's go to the scenario editor and check. Here we have a TC with 10 villagers versus 10 villagers attacking directly, and the TC shooting arrows wins. So DauT made a huge mistake here. He should have ungarrisoned just enough villagers to keep 10 in the TC. If he stops Viper from getting to the Feudal Age, then he wins the game right there, because once the TC goes down, Viper is stuck without enough wood to rebuild it. This is almost the worst situation you can be in versus the douche. If he didn't finish Feudal, he'd be dead right here. Also, something else I just noticed, if you destroy a TC, then eventually it loses its player color as it sinks into the ground and decays. Not that that matters at all, but just something I hadn't noticed before. Anyway, DauT wants to keep chasing and vill fighting, but Viper is the Khmer. He can both garrison in houses and hop to the other side of his house wall. Now DauT is using 12 villagers to fight these houses, so back to the editor, let's check if this is a good idea. We'll see how much wood 12 villagers can chop in the time it takes them to destroy 2 houses. Just to check, we can force drop the wood right as the houses are destroyed. Okay, that's 132 wood compared to the 25 wood per house Viper would have to spend remaking them. You gotta factor in walking time for those villagers too, and definitely not worth it for DauT in my opinion. Anyway, Viper is feudal, but what is he going to do? Gather wood for a TC? No, he's making an archery range and sneaking to the side to collect gold. He tries to masterpiece quick wall DauT's villagers, but can't quite get the final house in time. The archers can't really do much damage without fletching. Eventually, Viper adds in a TC while DauT goes feudal to tower up and defend from the archers. And from here on out, it's basically a normal game of AoE 2. A normal game where DauT has a sizable lead, and, well, a normal game between these two involves Viper trying to quick wall, out-microing DauT's crossbows, and evening up the vill count. But even with all of that, Viper has to keep reacting to DauT. Defensive castles keep him alive, but they don't help him apply any pressure. Viper goes for cavaliers, but with the Persians, DauT can just go for camels, and Viper's eco never really recovers fast enough, and he can't make the transition to halbs in time to answer the camels. And DauT, behind the power of the Persian douche, goes on to win this game.